Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, August 19th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I let love's vibration stoke my actions. And let's get stoked. We have some big astro energies today. We have a full moon, super moon, blue moon energy, full moon in Aquarius. This full moon is squaring Uranus, which packs a little punch. But we also have Jupiter and Saturn squaring today. And that's a bit of like Clash of the Titans kind of energy going on as well in this. So I have a lot to like dig into today. We're gonna do the raffle for my friend's book for all those who purchased it. I have this great lion card for this full moon, but I'm going to show you this card. The day night might not feel so friendly. And the whole message that came through is a message of love. Suddenly hearing so many songs in my head all at once. So let's dig into this full moon square Uranus energy. The sun will square Uranus at 9:45 a.m. The moon is going to square Uranus at 11:19 a.m. Pacific time. And then the full moon, the peak of the full moon happens at 11:26 a.m. Pacific time. So like this square with Uranus is very, very, very tight, close square, which just kind of like adds to the behind the energy. And I was thinking about this energy when I was doing like my Sunday's my daily chore day, like get everything done. And I was like, what is Uranus trying to do for us? What is this square meant to bring about? And it just feels like it's meant to shake out anything that is not in alignment with our values, anything that is not vibrational with this love energy. And it's a reminder of how vibrationally sensitive we all are. Just recognizing how sensitive we all are, that quantum physics is true, that we're all like entangled, one thing is like really truly not apart from anything else really, is important, because that means what we're putting out matters. And that's what it came down to for me for this full moon Aquarius, which is so vibrational in nature, is your vibe matters. What you choose to vibe with matters. And there's power in this because you get to choose in any given moment. You get to choose. I love one of Rumi's verses, which is, wherever you stand, be the soul of that place. And I know that can be hard because sometimes those bad mood vibes from somebody else can definitely feel like the soul of that place. And yet it's a reminder that we can kind of ground in, fill ourselves up with love, and be the soul of that place. And that to me feels like the crux of this energy, that you can take that action and do it with great love. That being said, you may not be feeling the friendliest in this energy, in these squares. Squares are challenges. And I feel like Taurus, like part of the Taurus challenge versus Leo is that, and this is where Uranus is, Uranus and Taurus, is that Taurus has been taught that it has to produce to make money. Sometimes we can value our gifts with that. Sometimes we don't value our gifts with that. But like we have, what is it? Like almost like it's like a weight on us about our worth and how much it has to do with how much money we have and what we offer to the world and all of that. And then we have the Aquarius energy, and the Aquarius energy can get super up in the head, right? But Aquarius, in its truth, is like, we're all one. How can I serve you? How can I be of service? How can we get this community into unity? And then we have the Leo vibe. The Leo vibe, which, you know, it can be in the ego, it can be in the inner child, but it can also bring just beautiful, heartfelt love. And so we're kind of dancing with all of these challenges, and we're dancing as well with all of the ways that we can up level ourselves, which is what the Lyran Oracle card is about. So there's beautiful opportunity for up leveling. I always say with Uranus energy, sometimes there's breakdowns. And if we're having a breakdown, a breakthrough follows. You have to trust in the faith of the breakthrough that can follow the breakdown. And so in this day, we may be feeling some of the breakdown and some of the breakthrough, helping to shift us, helping us to move in and through these energies. But I think it's a reminder. I always love the saying that love has already won. Love has already won. Like, you're on the winning team when you can lean into the energy of love. Not that that's the reason to do it, right? But you can believe in love. You can trust in love. And I think that this is the breakthrough that we all need to work into, lean into. So we've got that going on. Let's talk about this Jupiter-Saturn square, because this can also get us kind of up in our heads. This energies can be kind of mental. So Jupiter is hanging out in Gemini, so making our thought process even bigger. Jupiter in Gemini also pays a lot of attention in the moment. Like, what's happening in the moment? What's the shiny thing? What's that shiny thing? Oh, I've got it. Whereas Saturn in Pisces plays a long game and reminds us that while what's in our face, what's happening right now matters, focus on the soul of it all. Focus on your solar unfolding of it all. Yes, the now, Jupiter in Gemini, has keys for us. It has support for us. But sometimes, if we don't think the support is supporting us, we can get sucked into, oh, it's not working. Oh, it's not going to happen. And Saturn in Pisces is like, you have this plan, this is karmic, it's dharmic, like, what's the bigger story? Don't forget about that when you get so inundated by the shiny of the moment. So that square is happening. And, you know, as I look at these squares, it's like paying attention to the doom and the gloom in the media versus trusting that the universe has a plan, and your focus needs to be working on your part of the plan. So definitely some interesting energies. Saturn and Jupiter, though, they are teachers. So just know we're all getting schooled today. Okay? Like, and it, again, may not be the easiest vibe, but if you listen, honor your guidance, be patient with the process, this seeming lack of friendliness will flip itself upside right. A few other things are happening in and through these energies. In the morning, we actually have Venus and Saturn also dancing in an oppositional energy. Venus in Virgo. And again, it's the same kind of thing, like reality and the present. It's super important. But don't forget the magic. Don't forget the universe. I always love the quote that's like, you know, hold space for miracles. I also love the one that Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say, like, I am realistic. I expect miracles. Those are things that we want to cultivate in our mind to support us in times like these. So let me read this card, and then let's do the raffle. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention. The moon's going to shift into Pisces, 3:51 p.m. Pacific time. I feel like that's going to be like a little bit of a whew. I think, you know, the Uranus energy, it's still going to be very strong. It's still going to be like squaring the sun. But I think that moon in Pisces kind of is going to just kind of drop us off into full moon overland. And, you know, help us work through some of the inner stuff. So I love this card. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's very long. But I pulled 32, the spinning wheel, frequency upgrade, which, hello, Uranus plus a full moon in Aquarius is definitely a frequency upgrade. New plan, adventure, and spiritual advancement. The Lyran family sends this card as a special activation. You have arrived here as a byproduct of a thought created from your blood ancestors through the dance of communion to bring forth generation after generation for you to arrive at this sacred moment where you find yourself. Pause and let that truly sink in. My teacher Khufu always said, like, we wanted to be here at this time. And then he left. So he can help direct from the stars. By the way, he is mentioned in this book. So he's helping from the stars, but he left. But we're here, and we meant to be here. I am going to skip a little bit. This card arrives because you've reached such a state of evolution that your wheel of life is now in full spin, moving on its own fruition due to all your spiritual dedication over the years. When we begin the journey of our wheel, it often requires a push for momentum to be established. But once this momentum has occurred, it can actually be detrimental if one were to keep pushing their wheel. Through this metaphor, we are guiding you towards a new way of operation where your life doesn't always have to be about manual effort, but rather allowing for a higher force of source, the higher force of source, to guide your life with minimal effort. Beloved Starseed, it is time to open up in this greater intelligence and allow for it to merge with your individual self in order to guide you towards daily inspiration. Your wheel is in full momentum, and now is the time to allow all of your past dedication to take you on a magical ride through the galaxy. That actually reminds me. That heralds back to, I'm hearing the song, our last eclipse. Was it Aries? I forget. Aries, Libra. It was one of those eclipses. But the song was Magic Carpet Ride that came up for it. And so much of the wisdom is like, where do you need to lean back and like allow? And so hearing that song in this, take you on a magical ride through the galaxy. So the universe wants to take you far and wide, but this requires you to step back from any seat of control and simply allow for the higher soul to take its reins. This card proclaims a time of great momentum carried by the natural flow of the universe towards all destinations your soul seeks to go. Honoring your higher guidance. Now is the opportune time to simply let go, drop any overthinking, and allow the magic to take you on an adventurous journey via your highest life path. And I think sometimes we have to say okay, I'm ready for my I don't know if we're all ready for the highest, but I'm ready for my next highest level, so to speak. Past momentum guide you into free energy. And the additional meanings: new routines, new plan, friendship, adventure, spiritual advancement, travel, joy, manifestations, romance, financial gain, opportunity, and frequency updates. This is all possible. Do you know that it's possible? Even as we're hearing so much doom and gloom, you emit your own frequency. You impact your life path more than anything else. So you working with your higher self is an important breakthrough. And if you are struggling right now, I know many are struggling right now, it's okay to allow yourself to sink into the struggle, to know that it's going to shift. I think sometimes the hardest part of the struggle that we go through is the resistance to it. And sometimes we need to embrace the darkest part of the night, knowing that the dawn is about to come through. So if you are struggling, the darkest part of the night, the nothingness has pure potentiality. And I always love that the bird songs are so healing for us. And what they're doing is checking in, hey, you good? I'm good. We survived through that dark night. Man, it was dark, right? So it's not going to be that dark because we're going to have a full moon. I just noticed on my card deck that we have the Eye of the Tiger, the success card at the bottom. There is so much good here for us, and I really want all of us to embed that in ourselves. There's so much good here for us. So speaking of good, let's spin the wheel for those of you who ordered the book From Sensitive to Badass. And let's see what we get. Ta-da! Sherilyn. Sherilyn, you have won a half-hour reading with me. So, congratulations to you. She actually won the last one, and that's okay. I was like, I feel like one of the past winners is gonna win. I'm so grateful for her. I feel like this is very deserved. I'll reach out to you, but you'll probably reach out to me and see this before I actually reach out to you. So that's it for today. You guys can still buy the book. I highly recommend it. Let me show you this. Let me show you these beautiful charts in here. Gorgeous charts to support new kinds of work, new kinds of working with pendulum energy. So, happy full moon energy. This is a long one. Look at what this did to my hair over the time, my lion's mane. Be gentle with yourself. Take lots of time to ground in and see when you're feeling those frustrations where you can lean into love for yourself, you know, absorb the love from the universe. It's always here for us. Besides all that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.